What's up, Lead Dogs? Here we are. Final Selection Thursday, week 4 of the Lead Dog Fantasy Football League. $1,500 grand prize online, $1,800 total. I'm super stoked to be here. I'm in remote again in Meridian, Mississippi, again celebrating September excellence as it pertains to our number one priority, safety. This is a very tenured group here in Meridian with a long history of success. I mean, heck, we got Thor's hammer here. We got championship bouts. We got Paul Bunyan's axe. I mean, the accolades go on. And these guys like to have fun in Meridian, let me tell you. You can see some of the stuff behind me. They got darts, they got cornhole. Heck, they were throwing football in the parking lot this morning. So super excited to be here with this team this morning, celebrating some Lead Dog performance. With that being said, let's go to our number 2 priority, staffing, with our senior recruiter, Lionel Brock.
Good morning, Grant. Good morning, guys, all across our SUI footprint. It's a great day here. Grant, you made mention that you were in Meridian. We woke up here in Birmingham. It was kind of cloudy, raining a bit, but now the sun is out, and I know our techs are loving that, getting out there and making that money, sir.
Hey, man, let me tell you, we had some superstar performances from this month of selling one of the 4 designated Nest products: the camera, the doorbell, the lock, the thermostat. Matter of fact, these guys are loving the battery-powered stuff, Lionel. I mean, we had 45 cameras sold. We had 21 doorbells sold with a total of 87 products sold. Now, this was down a little bit from week 1. In week 1, the same Nest products brought in about 98 of those products. We were down to about 87. But stellar performances nonetheless across the board. I think you have some names to spotlight for us, don't you, sir?
Of course I do, Grant. First of all, we want to talk about Mr. Obadiah Cooper coming out of our Hattiesburg office. He had 10 Nest products sold during the period, so good job, Obadiah. And we also want to spotlight Mr. Andy McKissick from our Mobile office. He came in with 10 Nest products sold as well. But our top performer, Grant, is none other than Mr. John King out of our Monroe office. He had a whopping 15 Nest products sold. That's good. Great, just great.
Hey, man, that's awesome. And speaking of Jonathan King, so Jonathan was out of market in our Baton Rouge location. And he, a good portion of those products came from one sale that he made. $4,700. Let me tell you something. Jonathan King was dropping the hammer down this week in Baton Rouge. Let me tell you something, man. That was a stellar performance. As a matter of fact, since we've kind of been tracking the top 10 here over the past couple of months, that is our highest sale that we've had. So just an absolute awesome job by the 3 gentlemen that you just mentioned. None of these guys are strangers to Tech of the Month calls, the top 10 in sales. So they're certainly experts as it pertains to diversifying their revenue and adding to their bottom line. So with that being said, there's going to be somebody walking away with $1,500, adding even more to their bottom line this week. So with that being said, Lionel, let's go to those selections.
Yes, sir. Let's do it, Grant.
And there you have it, the selections for the final Lead Dog Fantasy Football League for an $1,800 prize pool this week. So with that being said, we got some very intriguing matchups, not only from a technician standpoint, but from an NFL standpoint. Let's bring in expert analyst Lionel Brock to start us off with Thursday's game, which is probably the best game of the week. We have the 6-1 Green Bay Packers visiting the undefeated Arizona Cardinals on Thursday night. Lionel Brock, what do you got, sir?
Well, Brent, I most certainly agree with you. This is one of the more intriguing matchups of this whole week. We have Green Bay traveling to Arizona to take on the undefeated Cards, minus their top two receivers, minus Devontae Adams, the best receiver in the league. I just find this tough sledding for Aaron Rodgers and crew. I think Arizona will win big, sir.
Yeah, so we have a couple of technicians represented in this game. So we have Birmingham's Gavin Key, who has Kyler Murray, who can always explode for a big game. He's making a case for the MVP. We have Chase Edmonds being represented by Jamie Winborn out of the Monroe office. Now, we've seen James Conner steal some touchdown opportunities from Chase Edmonds, but who knows in this game how it'll go, right? That's the beauty of fantasy football in general. And then somebody that we just spoke about, somebody with that large sale, Mr. John King out of the Monroe office, always got a shot with Aaron Jones. You can see with two main weapons and Allen Lazard and Devontae Adams being missing, as you alluded to, is that, Aaron Jones is somebody that could be used in the passing game as well as the running game in this matchup. So let's go to the Sunday slate of games. What are your observations from the Halloween slate of games, Lionel?
Yes, sir. Spooky Day has some spooky games, if you will. We have three pivotal division matchups. We have Pittsburgh traveling to Cleveland. We also have Tampa Bay going to New Orleans. And then we have Tennessee traveling to take on Indianapolis, Grant.
All right, and then to wrap it all up, like a nice little gift at the end of October, we have the Dallas Cowboys, the 5-1 Dallas Cowboys, and the 3-3 Minnesota Vikings. What are you looking at from that game?
Of course, I'm a Washington fan. I've been representing every week. Dallas is in my division. They're doing well. I can't deny them. They're doing well. They're 5-1. Dak is back, and Zeke is playing well. CeeDee Lamb is coming out of the shell as well. I just find it hard for Minnesota winning this game, Grant.
Yeah, so we have, I believe there's 6 players that are going to be highlighted in this game. So this is going to be a pivotal game in regards to, our techs in the Lead Dog Fantasy Football League. So we got Albert Mills, Jesse Reed with Dalvin Cook from the Vikings. We got Birmingham's Noah Payne has Zeke Elliott. We have Albert Mills, Stephen Jenkins with Amari Cooper. Grenada's Justin Nolan with Justin Jefferson. We have Hattiesburg's Obadiah Cooper with Adam Thielen, and Meridian's Christopher Banks with CeeDee Lamb. So just a slew of players. And, to be honest with you, I'm not really sure how this game's going to go, So two defenses that are capable of playing well. But as we've seen in the past, sometimes you think it's going to be a low-scoring game and ends up being fireworks. So it could be fireworks on Halloween night. So let's go to the last game on the primetime slot. That's going to be Kansas City in New York. So what are you thinking on this game?
Man, Grant, I'll be honest. Kansas City, the defense has been reeling all year. They don't look like a team that was just in Super Bowl the previous years. Pat Mahomes has really been struggling. However, if there was ever a game to rebound, I think this will be it for their defense to get back on track. I see them running all over the Giants.
Yeah, and I will say, I didn't say this about the Dallas-Minnesota game, but Dak Prescott is questionable, so he's not on the list. Patrick Mahomes, also questionable, not on our revised list, unfortunately. So he's not going to help secure anybody a fantasy championship. We do have 2 players in the top 10. We have Travis Kelce, and we have Tyreek Hill from the Kansas City Chiefs. Unfortunately, nobody from the Giants side. We have 2 technicians with those players. We have Mobile's Matthew Blair and Crestviews Logan Martin. With Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, respectively. So that's what we got from a matchup standpoint. $1,500 grand prize, $1,800 total. Who knows what will happen this weekend? It's all up in the air. These players are going to decide it, and Nest Products decided who is in the competition. Just like Nest is going to be the avenue to get us to where we need to be from an RSP standpoint and an on-site sales solution standpoint, that's going to be critical if we're to become the #1 regional service provider. With this crew, all these players that we've talked about in the previous weeks and in the upcoming weeks, we have the team to do it. So you typically don't get what you deserve, but you typically get what you envision. I'm envisioning success for this organization, every office, and every technician. So with that being said, I'm Grant Hoban for Lionel Brock. We're out of here.
See you guys.